Hi, and welcome back to our curriculum hotspot videos. For this video, we'll be covering standard MS-LS11, which is on the topic of living things and cells. Let's go over this NGSS performance expectation. For MS-LS11, students who demonstrate an understanding can conduct an investigation to provide evidence that living things are made of cells, either one cell or many different numbers and types of cells. There's a clarification statement for this standard. Emphasis is on developing evidence that living things are made of cells, distinguishing between living and non-living things, and understanding that living things may be made of one cell or many and varied cells. Here's what students need to know in regard to the standard. Pretty much, if any object or thing contains at least one cell, it's considered living. If it doesn't contain a cell, it's not living. Let's compare this vertical alignment of the standard to the high school standard. For the high school standard, this MS-LS11 leads into HS-LS12. In high school, students will take cells a step further, in which they'll have to use models and illustrate hierarchical organization of interacting systems that provide specific functions within multicellular organisms. So at the high school level in life science, students will have to be able to understand that cells form tissues, tissues form organs, and organs form organ systems, with a little more in-depth detail in reference to those specific organ systems. In this unit, the phenomena is, are viruses living? What evidence supports your claim? You should lead students through this driving question. Throughout the first few weeks of this unit, students will be able to gain knowledge on cells and the characteristics of life. As they learn this, they should be able to use evidence and reasoning from these lessons to support their claims to answer this driving question. An example of a resource in our curriculum that supports this standard is this BrainPop video on discovering the microscope. In this game activity, students explore the various parts of a microscope and their functions. Students should also use the compound microscope diagram that's addressed in the curriculum to be able to label the parts of a microscope to give them a better visual understanding of the parts of a microscope. Another resource that's mentioned in our curriculum that students can utilize to support the standard is the STEM activity cells and gauge, which is the hook, living versus not living, sorted out. In this hook activity, students will label as many living and non-living things as they can with a provided time. Once that time is up, they will then need to identify which of the items they listed contains living cells and which do not. This should help them better gain a visual understanding of which categorical items are considered living and which are non-living. And lastly, a third example that you can use in our curriculum to support this standard is our CER chunk exit ticket. Have students complete the CER chunk exit ticket in order to make a claim and identify relevant evidence about living things and cells. This will help build student writing skills with the CER response frame. Thank you for watching this video. And again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact the ACPS Science Office. We look forward to you exploring more videos for our ACPS Science Curriculum Hotspot videos.